Well, yes, I will start from looking at the economy, because I think it's helpful in better understanding the opportunities and the threats of the Italian real estate market. Italian economy accounts for 12% of the European economy. The Italian real estate market accounts for 3% of the European real estate market, which is giving you the risks, but also the huge opportunities we have at the moment. The Italian property market is still very small. If you consider that the non-residential transactions in 2015 were at 8 billion, let's say 7.5, depending on the statistics, which is the record of our market, which is far below Spain, for example. We had a deep crisis in the last 4 years, and the banking sector was almost closed to provide leverage to real estate investors due to the overall situation of the country and the huge burden of NPLs. The situation changed a lot in the last 18 months. Now, let's say the largest Italian banks are back also to the real estate sector, and we also have a lot of international banks providing finance in Italy. Italy has always been seen as a very local market, but if you consider that in 2015 70% of the transactions were done by international investors, and the retail industry is basically dominated by foreign players, so the role also of international banks is extremely important in our country to keep on, let's say, fueling the growth of our market. So at the moment, I don't see, let's say, big issues on real estate finance. The big issues we have are more linked to see how some, let's say, very weak player will come out from the current situation, such as Monte Paschi Siena, which is probably the most famous one also outside Italy.
Yes, from the situation that Ivano was describing, especially on the banking system, from our view, there will be a lot of opportunities in terms of investments. Not only by everybody now talks about NPLs, the banking system holds like 160 billion of NPLs, which are portfolios very complicated and very also hard to be analyzed and also priced from investors. But on the other side, banks are also the main holders of real estate in Italy. They hold like 15 billions of direct real estate. So the crisis or the situation that now the banks are suffering will provide lots of opportunities in terms of assets that will come to the market. I think together with also lots of real estate funds that are now under expiration, so they will be part of the game. On the other side, this is something that also was included in the presentation of ERI. The public sector this has been declared lots of time in the last years, never happened, but now maybe they will start to put on the market also public assets that make sense for investors, because as of today, the public assets put on the market was just like barracks on the beach or in the middle of nowhere. And now the public sector is starting thinking to place also reasonable asset on the market, and which can be target for international investors.